Welcome and thank you for joining us. I am Alatishe Victoria, and here with me is my interpreter Gideon Israel. This is the Inclusive News Network. We'll be bringing you the latest news on the major stories of persons living with disabilities, necessary information and happenings around the nation and across the world at large. Now for the headline. Kenya builds sign language interpretation mobile app for the deaf. NNAD partners NAPID to tackle trafficking in deaf community. PWDs demand domestication of Disability Act in Ebonyi State. LASTMA launches mobile app, USSD code for health insurance. Please stay tuned, we'll be back in a jiffy. Welcome back. A Kenyan, Luke Kizito, has built a mobile application called Assist All to help deaf people interact online. According to IT News, Africa, Kizito designed at all as a sign language interpretation mobile app to help with online interactions between deaf people and businesses, banks, employers, and hospitals. It Assist All is a combination of words assistive platform for all as it connects sign language interpreters with businesses, employers, banks, hospitals, among others, when serving the deaf. Kizito said, the app functions on per seconds billing. Users can credit money to transistors wallet, while M-Pesa, Visa, or paper before receiving interpretation services virtually. Interpreters download the app when on data, select language and country, register details to create a profile and specialization area good for your interpretation, he added. Kizito stated that through a video call, interpreters use sign language for the deaf and voice users. At the end of the call, interpreters get paid according to the time spent on the call via the per seconds billing. The app is accessible on many Android devices. Currently, the company has few people working on the project and has aspirations to grow to 500 interpreters. And also, the cost is very low as 30 shillings per minute, and one interpreter can serve many deaf people at the comfort of his or her own, Kizito said. He noted that Assist All plans to grow in Africa and beyond and also develop a visually impaired model. So far, the project has gotten funds from the United Nations Development Programs, Kenya, UNDPK through the Disability Innovation Challenge and also from the GSFA Innovation Fund. Kizito also owns Sign Language Meter Kenya Limited featuring Signs TV, a television station that broadcasts in sign language. Nigerian National Association of the Deaf, NNAD, has renewed its collaboration with the International Agency for the Prohibition of Trafficking in Persons, NAPTIP, to tackle trafficking activities within the deaf community. This was made known by the NNADT team during a visit to the Director General, National Agency for the Prohibition of Trafficking in Persons, NAPTIP, on 8th of August 2022. National Secretary General of the Association, Engineer Timothy Adejumo, noted that apart from tackling trafficking activities, the association also called for creation of a disability desk officer within the agency for increased awareness of its agency's activities in sign language. The issues, employment and workshops for the deaf community were also mentioned. Dr. Fatima Waziri Aziz, Director General of NAPTIP, said the agency has nationwide and international connection to facilitate emergency responses on issues of trafficking. According to her, all NNAD news to do is to report cases by email info@naptip.gov.ng. She assured of quick responses. Dr. Waziri Aziz also remarked that the agency has not carried out employment exercises since her appointment as Director General. However, NAPTIP is working with the NCPWD on the recommended 5% employment quota for PWDs. The Director General assured that the agency is working closely with the Federal Ministry of Education to carry out education and enlightenment in human trafficking and violence against persons of all schools across the country. The activities will cover some deaf schools across the country, while making a number of awareness tools accessible through sign language. Women and girls with disability have called in Ebonyi State government to, as a matter of urgency, domesticate the National Disability Act. They made the appeal during the 3-day training on access to justice for women and girls with disabilities against sexual and gender-based violence organized by civil society organization, Women Rights and Health Project WRAHP, with funding from African Women Development Fund AWDF in Ebonyi State. According to them, the high level of deprivation, discrimination, neglect, and stigmatization, violence, rape, and other forms of sexual harassment often met them on them by the able public have made many of them dead. They, however, noted that with the domestication of the Disability Act, appropriate authorities would prosecute violators of their rights in accordance with extant laws. Ifeanyi said, "People neglect us. It is not everybody that accepts people with disabilities. This has really affected me emotionally and psychologically, such that it has deprived me of certain feats I could have attained. It has not been easy from childhood, but I was determined to make it with support of my family. When I started my master's program in Ebonyi, I always complained to my lecturers about constant applause lectures, and I would often be ignored. But I continued persistently with the department, threatening to withdraw my school fees before they started addressing my concerns. But in my graduate years, I suffered greatly because I hadn't such boldness." The Lagos State Health Management Agency, LASTMA, has launched a customer mobile application and USSD code to help residents in Lagos access affordable and quality health care. At the launch in Lagos, Commissioner for Health, Professor Akin Abayomi, noted that the Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu's administrations will ensure all necessary policies needed to make Lagos universal health coverage and adopted and implemented across the state. As the center of excellence, Lagos State is proving to be the first among the 36 states of Nigeria with the deployment of the customized app that will enable residents easier access to health assurance coverage and USSD code. Lagos leads an era of digitalization in the operation of the social health insurance space in Nigeria. The Lagos State Health Management Agency hopes to engage private schools and retail outlets to redefine the business of healthcare. The mobile app can be downloaded on Mobile App Store, while the USSD channel can be accessed via *6070 *006#. The mobile app and USSD channel would make enrollment more accessible for persons with disabilities, as they can register for the health scheme without going to registration point physically. Sultan of Sokoto, Alhaji Sir Abubakar, has assured people living with disabilities in the country of maximum support as a sign of encouragement. Sultan, while receiving the Executive Secretary of the National Commission for Persons with Disabilities, Mr. James Lalu, and his team on a courtesy visit to the palace, promised to always make his door open for their support. He also assured the Commission will facilitate a meeting with the Nigerian Inter-Religion Council (NIREC) in their next meeting in Lagos next month, as well as the Traditional Relaxed Council of Nigeria. Sultan further called on the leaders across the nation to make use of the same zeal and dedication used in the defeat of polio in the country to support the physically challenged in the society. While commending President Muhammadu Buhari for signing the bill establishing the commission into law, he promised to work with the commission to deliver on its goal and objectives. I want to assure that I will be a good friend of the Commission, as well as a wheelchair-friendly father to those who are challenged in the society, he added. He commended Sultan for all the support given to the people with disabilities in the state, especially during Salah, through the Zakat and Endowment Foundation. He called on the Sultan to choose a very convenient day where the Commission will have a national summit and discuss the roles and rights of persons living with disabilities in the country at large. Other members of the entourage include the National Acting Chairperson of the Commission, Hajia Aminat Abdu, among others. Thank you for staying with us. Please kindly like, share, comment, and follow on our social media handles on your screen. Until next week, bye.